Guys, it's Billy from Team Kuribrohs here with top 32 YCS London Vladis Baranovskis with his Gem Knight strategy. Vlad, is there anything you want to say before you start showing off some combos? Ban Lapis Lazuli.
Limit Lady Lapis Lazuli, ban Firewall, make the game great again, question mark.
Okay, so what's the first combo you're going to show?
So the first combo I'll show is Brilliant Fusion with either any Gem Knight monster or Block Dragon. You just need a combination of these.
Or a gem monster.
A gem monster. Realistically, it cannot be Armadillo. It can be Armadillo, but it's a lot more awkward because you can't shuffle it back for Quartz's effect.
Sure.
I'll first show what happens if you draw a Gem Knight monster and this. So you activate. So you have this in hand. You activate Brilliant Fusion. You send literally anything, any gem monster, and Block Dragon to make Zirconia. Doesn't matter what position you put it in, and then you normal summon the Gem Knight. If you had Brilliant Fusion and Block Dragon, you would send a Vanilla and Lazuli, and you'd add back to the thing. So it doesn't really matter. So then we link to the Zirconia and the Vanilla, or the Gem Knight monster, to make Quartz. Quartz grabs Gem Knight Fusion from your deck to your hand. Then you banish the 3 Earth monsters in your graveyard to summon Block Dragon, and then you pay 1,000 for Quartz's effect to shuffle these back into the deck. And then you make Lady Brilliant Diamond. So depending on which, so basically you summon the Lady Brilliant Diamond as far away as possible, essentially, because you're going to be linking everything here, and then this will just be like left here, basically. Then you link these 2 off to make Proxy Dragon. I always put it in the other extra monster zone to remind myself that
you're moving that way.
Then I'm moving to this zone. And then use Block Dragon's effect to add 3. So you're going to be adding Obsidian, Lapis, and Kuribrohs. Then you're going to activate Gem Knight Fusion, fusing away Lapis and the Proxy Dragon to make Seraphinite. How cool is that, by the way? Extra normal summon on Rose.
Sure.
You're going to use Rose's on-field effect to summon Lazuli from deck to grave, and then you're going to add back the Lazuli to your hand with the Lapis with Lazuli's effect.
Sure.
Then you're going to link 2 again. Unfortunately here you do have to make another Quartz or Limphalinkus if you play that. The important thing to know with this is though that since it's an Earth you can banish off Block Dragon, and you can't make Mrs. Radiant because Kuribrohs is a light. So then we're going to banish Seraphinite to summon Rose. We're going to banish Lazuli to add back Fusion. We're going to activate Fusion, and we're going to mill these 2. Or not mill, we're going to fuse away these 2 to make Lady Lapis Lazuli. We're going to use Obsidian to bring back Lapis. Then we're going to sack off the Lapis to make Link Spider. Then we're going to use Rose's effect again to send Lazuli to add back the Lapis. This is assuming you have no other cards, by the way. This is why you have to make this, because it puts the 3rd Earth engraved to summon Block Dragon. So you banish Obsidian, Lapis, and Quartz to make this, or summon that. Use Lady Lapis Lazuli effect. You can send literally anything here, it doesn't matter. So now you've burned your code for 3,000. You're going to use Lady Brilliant Diamond to send off the Lapis. To summon Master Diamond. You're going to use Master Diamond to banish this from your graveyard, and then you're going to use the copied effect to send something. So it literally doesn't matter what you send here.
So far you've burned for 6,000? Yeah,
our opponent's on 2,000 life points at the moment. You also need a card in hand, by the way, to do this. Just any discard. So then we're going to link off the Block Dragon to Quartz to make Nightmare Unicorn. This is where we're going to discard a random card, a card from our hand basically, to put back Master Diamond to our extra deck. Then we're going to banish this Quartz to add back Fusion. And then we're going to activate Fusion, fusing away Lady Brilliant, this and this, to make Master Diamond again. And then we're going to banish 3 Earths from our graveyard, making sure we leave Lapis in our graveyard to summon Block Dragon. And our opponent's on 2,000, so we copy with Master Diamond one last time to burn them for the last 2,000 damage.
Okay, so that's how we've burned for the first 2,000, and we're going to go into the next way now. Okay, so here's the second combo.
So the second combo requires Rescue Rabbit, and then either Gem Knight Fusion or Obsidian, plus any normal Gem Knight monster.
Okay.
Or actually any normal monster in general, I'm pretty sure. It doesn't really matter, probably, but...
I think it has to be an Earth, right?
Yeah, so let's just assume we have these two. And I'll show what happens if you draw these two, essentially. So anyway, so just say we have these two in hand. We normally summon a rabbit, obviously. We banish it to summon 2 copies of the other vanilla.
Unexpected die works as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's like a lot easier than...
Sure.
You're cheating them.
You're cheating if you have.
So if you have Tourmaline, you summon 2 Lapis from your deck. If you have Lapis, you summon 2 Tourmaline. Should be pretty easy to understand. So then you send off one of the vanillas you summoned to get Spider. Then Lynx Spider summons the vanilla from your hand. Then a weird play here. Now you make a Quartz. So it might look a bit weird to have this formation, but so now Quartz adds the other copy of whichever one you don't have. So if you drew Fusion, you add Obsidian. If you have Obsidian, you add Fusion. Should be easy enough to understand. Then we're going to activate Fusion. Fusing away Quartz and the Obsidian to make Zirconia. Obsidian's going to bring back Tourmaline.
Sure.
If you make there's no way to make Prismora, but if you randomly make a Prismora by accident, you bring back a rock from your graveyard with Obsidian instead.
Okay.
So now you have a Thunder Rock and a Cyberus, and you have Gemini Fusion engraved. So the kind of like the theory with the Gemini combos is, if you didn't open Block Dragon, so the algorithm basically is that the algorithm is basically that if you have Gemini Fusion engraved, which is a way to add it back, and you have Block Dragon engraved, it's the FTK. It's like the math always works out like that. So you go all these off into Curious.
All the DT looks so
nice. So now we're going to go Curious to send Block Dragon from our deck to our graveyard. And then we also mill 3 cards from our deck. So all the combos are taken into account that basically all the combos don't rely on these 3 cards. If you mill like double rows, it can be a bit awkward. But you can still technically do it because then you just add Armadillo off Block Dragon instead, and it still just perfectly works out. So yeah, we have 3 mills.
So for it to be awful, it has to be 2 rows and Armadillo.
Yeah, something like that. It's like the worst case scenario. So now we summon the Block Dragon by banishing literally anything from our graveyard. Let's just banish Zirconia, this, and let's just say Quartz. This is a bit scary. So if you have like a Lapis in hand, I would probably like suggest banishing one of the Lapises so you can shuffle it back with Quartz.
Sure. So
now we're gonna link these off into Proxy Dragon XD or Land Flinkus. It doesn't really matter. So then Block Dragon's gonna activate. It's gonna add us the Wonder Trio of Rose, the squad basically. If you really want to, if you have a bunch of vanillas engraved, you can add double Obsidian, but let's not do that. We're just going to make it as bare bones as possible. So we're going to add these 3, the usual. We're going to bash the Gemini from graveyards to add back Fusion. We're going to activate Fusion again. You can see where this is going. Ooh. Lapis and that. Into Seraphinite, and it's basically the exact same thing as we were doing before. We're going to action roll some of this. Send the Zuli, add back Lapis, Link 2, Quartzy Boy, Banish, Summon, let's see, Effect, send another Zuli, add back another Lapis, it literally doesn't matter. Then we're gonna banish this back. It's really hard to like understand what I'm doing with all my cards face down. So upside down rather. We're gonna pay 1,000 for Quartz. Doesn't really matter. You obviously want some Block Dragon first before doing any of this. So we're gonna like shuffle this back, and let's shuffle all the Zuli back. Doesn't really matter like where you shuffle back most of the time. You just kind of just want to like have a beefy extra deck and just have like guys. Basically. So then we're summoning Lady Brilliant Diamond wherever it is. Then we are going to activate my Fusion. Standard. Summon this boy. A girl, whatever you're into. Obsidian brings back the Vanilla. we're going to banish 3 for block dragons, so Obsidian, Lazuli, and Link Spider. Thankfully, you can banish Link Spider for it, so it doesn't matter. Oh, sorry. Lapis should be here, and the block dragon has to be under the other direction monster zone.
Yeah.
So now, we're going to use Lady Lapis Lazuli's effect to send Lazuli from our deck to our graveyard that we just put back.
Yeah.
And we're going to add back a vanilla from our grave. So now our opponent's on 5,000. We're going to use Lady Brilliant Diamond to send us off some Master Diamond. Master Diamond bashes this, copies the effect.
Yep.
Then we're going to send another Lady Lapis Lazuli from our extract to graveyard. So now our opponent's on 2,000 life points.
Yeah.
Next, I think this combo has to do it over there. Ah, fine, whatever. Once again, you need a random card in your hand. You probably don't, but whatever. So link these off. Unicorn, discard X random card from your hand, shuffle this back to your extra deck. Banish Quartz, add back Fusion. Fuse away the Lapis on board and the 2 guys in your hand.
Make a Master Diamond.
Make a Master Diamond. Yeah, actually, you actually don't need another card in hand.
Yeah.
You can just add back the Fusion before doing anything, but yeah, so we go Vanish, 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 some Block Dragon. So this gets protected from Ghost Ogre.
Yeah, if they want to Ghost Ogre.
Yeah. So then this combo does 8,500 damage to our opponent's face before they've even played a card. That's very fun, interactive. So yeah, that's
Limit Lapis Lazuli?
Yeah, limit Lady Lapis Lazuli, yeah. That's a bit dumb.
So is there anything you want to say about the tournament and all, and maybe a little report on?
So, are you just going to do a report now then?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. So round 1, I played against... Who did I play against round 1? Striker? Alter guys? No. No, I played against something round 1 and I just towed it. Round 2, I played against Galaxy Photon. I lost a game to Galaxy Photon. Not gonna lie. I banished triple Block Dragon game 2, and then he had Call by the Grave for Block Dragon, and then he had like the Galaxy Photon Lord and Infinity, so I just lost. Game 3, I have to get him. Then round 3, played against Striker. Free. Round 4, played against Max. Danger Oracle deck. Lost of that. Round 5. Yeah, game 1 I FTK'd him, game 2 he FTK'd me, game 3 I had impermanence and then FTK'd him.
He had oh yeah.
Yeah, impermanence from
I saw the game, yeah.
Round 5, played against something, it wasn't Thunder Dragon. It was like Striker probably. Yeah, that was the round I played Striker. That was a really close match. Game 1 I just lost, I just bricked really badly. Game 2 I bricked really badly as well. But like he had like nothing, and he like basically got mind game that I had another Call by the Grave set, so he didn't use Ray in the battle phase for whatever reason, and I just won because I had like the Fusion the following turn, or Rabbit, 1 to 2. Yeah. I thought like something. Round 6 I played against Thunder Dragon, Jay Quincy, 2-0'd him in like 15 minutes. Game 1 I FTK him through impermanence. The game 1 was really funny. He impermanences my Rescue Rabbit. And then I make a Curious with the Rescue Rabbit.
Oh, that's good.
And then I send Block Dragon from my deck to my graveyard, but I don't have access to Gemini Fusion. So I was basically banking on the fact that I would just mill Gemini Fusion from my deck, because it's either I mill Gemini Fusion and mill Block Dragon, or I mill Block Dragon and or I send Block Dragon and mill Gemini Fusion, or vice versa. Right? So I was like, okay, it's the best case scenario if I just send Block Dragon, and if I don't mill Fusion, it's still fine because I can end on a big board and you can't really do anything to it. Luckily, I milled the Gemini Fusion. I just have to get it. Then game 2, he has double Colossus, but his hand's really weird. He had to go like Solar's and original Thunder Dragon, like fuse them all back into a Colossus. It was really weird. It's quite peculiar. And then my hand could like play through double Colossus, but then I drew for turn. I started like laughing hysterically because I was like, stand by face. Yeah, and then that's Alshiro. He just died. I burned him for 4k twice. Round 7 played against Striker.
Oh, that's cool. Against Young Second, you don't need to.
Yeah.
That's good.
So against Striker, round 7, this was my second loss. Game 1, I was going second. I just bricked really badly. Game 2, I FTK him. Game 3, he has like triple anchor, shark cannon, and like ogre bell, and I'm just like, okay, you got that one, buddy. Round 8, I played against Paleo. Game 1, my hand's really bad. I like start and then I just pass. That's how bad my hand was. And then he has like he goes like, no, he wins the die roll and he goes set monster, set 3, pass. And I'm like, normal rabbit, and then he has Canadian and mistake, so I lose.
Okay.
Game 2, he didn't know what I was playing after that, which is a bit weird. Game 2, I FTK him.
Okay.
Game 3, his opening play game 3 is like Toad set 3, and I'm like, oh, I've lost. I look at my hand, there's no Pancratops, there's no Twin Twizzlers, there's no Reboot, I'm like, I'm dead. And then his trap card just ended up being Apocrypha double trap trick, so I won.
Ooh.
Sorry, no, it was Olanoides double trap trick. So I go like Phoenix Pop, Olanoides, Unicorn Spin one of his back row, and then as soon as I summon Lady Lapis Lazuli, he goes Apocrypha for 2 fusions, because I had just a bunch of links on the field, and I was like, oh, okay, right. So at this point, he already used Toad by sending Dupe Frog. He negated like... He negated something weird. Oh, he negated my desires with Toad.
Okay.
So that was a bit weird. So like I just chanced it and he negated the desire. So I had to just use all my engine cards to beat him. Really nice guy. He recognized me before the game as well.
He's the Danish guy.
But yeah, anyway, I just killed him in my battle phase. I did like about a bunch of damage to him and just went. And then day 2. I slept, so before day 2, met up with all the Scottish guys, with like Darren and Jordan and all, stayed in their accommodation for that night, slept on the floor, it was pretty bad. We all got monsters.
We had a spare bed.
Yeah, we got like monster the night before, we all chugged our cans, like emos, or goths or whatever. We make our way to the venue. I'm playing as Marcus Patel, until he's playing striker. So I went to die roll, I go first. I FTK him without being able to see what he's playing, so I was like, okay, whatever. Game 2, he goes, and so I was told he's playing striker, so I put in Twin Twisters and Pancratops. And then he goes, activate a lore, and I'm like, not like this. But he wasn't playing Dark World Danger FTK, and so like 2 guys in Dweller and Passes, I was like, huh, right. And he actually desired as well, pretty weird. So I just drew for turn. He dwellers me and like whatever, and then he card destructed me as well. So I started my turn with like 7 cards in hand because Lazuli had it back in vanilla. But I had Gemini Fusion engraved, so I couldn't add that back. But I discarded Block Dragon for card destruction, so that was really nice. Because that meant I could just summon it from the graveyard because it doesn't activate with the graveyard on the dweller. But I couldn't use Gemini Fusion's graveyard effect, so I was like, oh no. But I ended up just like hard making like Lady Brilliant Diamond with Quartz, and then I just went like Lady Lapis, burned for like 3/5 twice, because he bounced with Zephyros, so he's on 600 after everything, so I was just like, oh, Dweller has 1700 attack points. Attack for game? Yeah. That's all she wrote. Round 10, I play against Thunder Dragon, my friend Michael Roach. Game 1 I brick, after winning the die roll. Did I win the die roll? Maybe he went first. No, yeah, I think he went first. No, I won the die roll, went first, bricked, passed. He killed me. Game 2, I FTK him. Game 3 was really stressful. I had like Eclipse, but he had Impermanence. But Impermanence is the wrong thing, so I just FTK him through it. Oh, okay. So that was a bit sham, but whatever. Yeah. And then the last round on the bubble, play against Federico Nicosi, another Thunder Dragon. Game 1, I'm going second into double Colossus, but he doesn't really end on much in hand. So I basically just go like, I do some stuff and I go card destruction, he goes Ash, I'm like, okay. I make a Curious, I send like Gemini Fusion, I add back to Gemini Fusion, then I go Battle Phase, attack to a Colossus, I take 200, I add back to card destruction, and I just activate card destruction, do a bunch of stuff, and then I just like make a big board, I burn him for like 5k in my turn. I end with like a Master Diamond in my extra monster zone, then like a Lady Brilliant Diamond, and like a Block Dragon and stuff. And then he can't really do anything, so he had to switch everything to attack mode and just attack with his Colossuses to like banish the Thunder Dragons to do stuff. But he couldn't end on enough. He ends on like, Unicorn spins my Block Dragon back to my deck, and he ends on like Titan and passes. So I go, okay, right, draw for turn. Then I go like, I make a Quartz, he like ashes it or something. Then I go, okay, bring back Crystal Rose. Kuribrohs Vladis, make another Lady Lapis Lazuli because I shuffled them all back to my deck following the previous turn, and then I just hit him for 2k for game.
Okay.
Game 2, he goes first. He has double Colossus, but this time he put them both in defense mode.
Okay.
Learning his mistake.
Play around curious.
Yeah, to play around just curious, crashing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And because like sometimes into double Colossus without booklet clips, if they have at least one thing in attack mode, you can hit them for 7k with the Lady Lapis Lazulis, and you can hit them for the last bit of damage into a Colossus for
and
game.
realistically on that like double Colossus time, they usually use like an instant fusion or something.
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, put everything in defense mode. So that game, I had Book of Eclipse. So Book of Eclipse is 2 guys, but then he has Droll Bell, and I just lose that game, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And then game 3, it was a bit yikes, because we only had like 5 minutes left in the round. I was going first in game 3.
So you're obviously just going to FTK.
So my hand's like the nuts in game 3. But I go like, I set everything and actually drag down, which is a mistake. I had to FTK, and if I didn't drag down him, he wouldn't have drawn to a permanence. So I dragged down him, I discard Bird from his hand. And then he draws whatever, and then I do my stuff, and then he drew him permanence off the drag down, and I was like, oh, I'm not like this.
Yeah, so you thought you'd misplayed, but...
Yeah, but like, whatever. So I'm going through my plays, and my turn takes a while, but after I activate another drag down after that, and it ends up just being his hand was kind of just bad anyway, because like, on my second drag down, he changed Dragon Dark, so he'd like have more chances to draw a hand trap, which is correct.
Correct, yeah.
But like when I dragged down him the second time, he had like double Matrix, double Dark, and then Dragon Hawk.
Yeah.
So I discard the Dragon Hawk out of his hand with the second drag down, because obviously that's the only live card in his hand.
Yeah.
So that gets fucked out of his hand. And then I'm still kind of going through my plays, and I'm kind of just going through my game state. He does tell me to hurry up, but I do hurry up in fairness. But I don't think he would have been able to win that game anyway through time.
Yeah.
I just burned him for Lady Lapis Lazuli twice, and then
he has to do 5k.
Yeah, he had to do like 5k to kill me. It's just not happening with that like terrible hand, like multiple Thunder Dragons.
He had 1 turn to do it.
He might as well have just had like 2 cards in hand at that point, because his hand was just a brick essentially. Yeah. I didn't know what else was in his hand afterwards, but I'm pretty sure like with the 4 cards I did see, he probably wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then top 32, unfortunately, play against Bowden, and then he wins a die roll, which is unfortunate.
You're both playing FTK.
Yeah. So he wins game 1. Obviously, he didn't brick. His hand was really yikes in game 1, but I didn't get lucky and hit a danger out of his hand, and then I lost game 1. I looked at my hand, I was like, damn, I had the FTK and everything. It was just really unfortunate. Game 2, my hand was a brick, but I dragged down into Brilliant Fusion to kill him. And then game 3, I open no hand traps. He doesn't even go like Mothman or anything. He just FTKs me and kills me.
Yeah.
So, and then I looked at my bracket afterwards, which was a bit annoying. I probably could have won the event if I just beat Bowden, or sorry, if I didn't beat Bowden. Sorry, if I won the roll against Bowden. I would have had to play against BA in top 16, which is a bye. Oh, sorry, that's what it was. My round 1 opponent was BA.
You didn't.
So yeah, but yeah, top 16 would have had to play against Users, which is BA, which is quite an easy matchup for me. Top 8 would have had to play against Thunder Dragon, also easy matchup, pretty much. Top 4 would have been Pure Striker, which was free, and then the final would have been Trickstar, which was actually probably the hardest deck for me to be in that bracket, because it played immense Droll, so it's
and he's a teammate. So.
And he's also a teammate.
But yeah, no. You happy with topping your 3rd London in a row?
I'm happy with having 100% top rate in London, the city of London. I am still quite disappointed. I still can't win a top cut match, but it's fine. I currently have the most top.
Well, sorry, I'm a gimp, and my phone died. My storage ran out halfway through that. But yeah, sorry, you were saying.
So final words. Pretty proud of the team. We had the same amount of people top as E-Man. We could have had potentially more if Cormac didn't get screwed by tiebreakers, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with the team. Even though we all top with different decks, which is a bit like weird coordination.
Saying that X2 didn't top.
Yeah, but like happened that one last year as well.
Yeah.
Schmidt missed top cut last year as well in London in the spiral format. He came like 37th with X2. That was even crazier. Yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty happy about the team. Happy for everyone who topped. So happy that Billy finally got a top. He really deserved it. I'm really sad for Cormac though. Like he's probably one of the best players in Ireland at the moment. Same thing with Coogan. Coogan's just like insane at the game. He just has like so many connections, even though we're not top one. But yeah,
it's alright. I can figure out who they are.
But yeah, shout out to everyone who came over. The Americans were so lovely.
Yeah.
Max, Brandon, Shaq, Jesse.
And the
Bowden's kind of American.
And the Canadians.
The Canadians. There was like. There's Gabe Vargas, he came over last minute as well.
Yeah, Sam is lovely.
Sam from Team Samurai. Yeah, they're all so lovely. Even the owner of YG Organization was at London.
I saw him at the.
Yeah, I didn't get to speak to him, but I did see his face around. I was like,
he was at Quick Plays station.
Yeah. But yeah, Brian Reyes also came over. Yeah, everyone just came over. It was like super nice. Furman. And there's also Sal as well. They're all such lovely people.
Yeah.
After we met up with them on Thursday. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's perfect. Well, congratulations on your top, and thank you for the report.
Shout out to Darren Stevens.